All right, let's come to a standing position with the toes slightly in, heels slightly out, just slightly. Check your ankles, make sure they're straight. Check your knees, make sure they're straight with a slight bend. From there, we're lengthening the front, lengthening the back, broadening for the shoulders, thumbs at the base of the ribs, pinky at the top of the hips, shoulders back, elbows wide, and a little hinge to get into the posterior chain. If you're feeling too much pressure back here, maybe tucking the tailbone a little bit. If you're finding bone, then you gotta hinge back a little more. Bring the arms forward, bring your fingertips to touch like a sphere, and then push your hips back away from your hands. Stand up, release. Hinge back, bring your arms forward, fingertips touch. Knees stay back, hips go back, come up, release. 3 more times. Inhaling back, exhaling forward. Inhaling, hinging, exhaling, come back up to standing. Last one. And up. Now we're gonna go right foot forward, left foot back. And again, make sure that your toes are in relative to your heels. So we got a little bit longer than a walking stride. We're gonna have the back heel off the ground. Hips even, knees again, slightly bent. Lengthen the front, lengthen the back, broaden, get big, use your breath to elevate. We're going to hinge, bringing the weight over the right leg, finding the stretch on the hamstring, the loading of the glute, and we're going to press the floor to come back up. Hinge and press off. The whole time keeping your hips even, don't let your back hip open out to the side. Keep loading into that glute. 2 more times. And step forward, switch sides. Check the heels, check the knees, check the hips. 3 dimensions. Try to find that 3-dimensional alignment. Lengthen front, back, broaden, decompress. Find that left hamstring, left glute. Avoid falling to one side or the other. Just nice straight spine pointing in the same direction as your belly button, sternum, nose, everything, right? Center of the hips, pubic bone. We're gonna come from vertical into the hinge. Finding the hamstring and the glute on this left leg. And we're going for about five repetitions. Maybe 1 or 2 more. And then loading over that front leg to step forward, we're gonna switch sides. So again, we have the right foot forward, left foot back. Now this time we're gonna do our rotations, but we're gonna freeze the torso on this workout, meaning we're gonna go into the hinge. Usually we would rotate from the hips and the torso to find more activity on the right glute. But today, we're gonna keep the torso. If you wanna grab your shoulders, keep everything pointing forward and only turn the hip. Rotate the hip back, bring it back to center. Don't go past center, right? And we're doing this from a hinge position. We're not doing it up here like that. We're loading the right leg, rotating, keep the torso, come back to center. Yeah. Just reps. Going for the reps, feeling that. Glutes and rotators. Opening up, strengthening. Last one here, come back to center first, and then we're gonna step forward, Switch sides. Take the time here, find your length, elevating up, broadening, getting big with the breath. Into the hinge. Straight, straight, keep it straight. Left hip turns. Oh. If you find yourself rotating with the torso, just bring it back to center. Make sure neither knees are bending too much. Okay, last one. We're gonna come back to center, step forward, shake that off. Last thing we're gonna go here is wide stance, toes in, heels out. Just rest your hands on your hips here, shoulders back, and just a handful of hinge back, hinge forward. Hinge back, hinge forward. Feel the hamstrings, the glutes. Trying to go back as you push the legs away from each other. So think of heels go to the ground, spreading the floor as you're going down and as you're going up. You're pushing the ground, getting into the outside of your legs. 2 more. Good. And then just come back to standing. Notice for a moment, and we'll finish up on the ground. So simply just into a child pose. We're gonna set up nice wide knees, big toes touching, drop in here to the ground, hips back, chin to the chest. And breathe slowly and deeply. Walk your hands, stretch your torso to your right, stretching the left side, breathing to the left side here. Take a big breath. And exhale back through center. Take a moment here to reset. And then walk hands to the left side. Breathe to the right. And slowly back to center. A few more breaths here on child pose. And then when you're ready, just simply lay on your back for Shavasana. Come into your back. Extend the legs out, arms out to the side, palms face up. Heavy feet, heavy legs, heavy hips, heavy torso, heavy arms, heavy head. Watching the breath rising and falling. You can stay here as long as you like.